Hello, viewers. This is CNR Studios with an interview of Gregory Animations.
Hello there. How are you today?
I am doing possibly well.
It's as good as any of us can be nowadays.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Sam. Uh, I've been making Lego videos for about a year and a half now.
What really inspired you to get the name Gregory Animations?
So I'm not very good at coming up with names. So when I was trying to think of a name for my channel, I couldn't really think of anything good. And originally, well, Gregory is actually my middle name, so that's where I got that from. I just thought it sounded better than Sam or Samuel Animations. But actually, my original name, probably like for a few days, if you were there at the very beginning, which I don't think like anyone was, was actually Gregory Productions.
Uh,
But then, so there was another YouTube channel called Gregory Productions, and there was like some guy that made like horse videos or something.
Whoa.
So I ended up changing it to Gregory Animations.
Yeah, my name. I had two names before this. One of them was just my name. Then it was Brick Brothers 03, which I did not like. So I just changed it on from there. Because I used to make, like, Lego SpongeBob hand animation videos. Which were not the greatest of quality.
Yeah, I've thought about changing my name a couple times, but at this point, I think I'm about just gonna keep it the way it is.
Yeah. I was thinking of CNR Films at one point, but I was like, nah, Studios is fine. It's...
Just copying off of Aubrey Studios, aren't you?
No. So
Sure.
many people have the name Studios. I don't even think I can help it. Yes, it's Aubrey Studios. Also, it's CNR because my name is Caleb, which is C, and R is Riley, which was my brother from yesterday.
Ah.
So, collab. What inspired you to make a stop motion channel?
Well, I started watching YouTube around the 2008, 2009 time.
Yeah.
And after a little while, I discovered these stop motion Lego videos. And they just really wowed me because I've always been a big fan of Legos, like especially Star Wars Legos.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what I mainly played with when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And so just from watching those, but mainly, especially Forest Fire 101, his videos were really good, and I love those so much. He actually is the one that got me into Lego Batman because, of course, as I said, I was mainly a Lego Star Wars guy before then.
Yeah, he got a lot of people in the Lego Batman.
Yeah. Basically, anyone that makes a Lego Batman video nowadays are like, oh, he's just copying off of Forest Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Sometimes
but I haven't got any comments like that. So
yeah, sometimes it's true, sometimes it isn't. So, you never know. Unless every joke is like, Batman, Robin, get in here. Yeah? You're gay. And then he just cries and runs away.
See, like, that's like one thing when I did my channel. Like, of course, I got a lot of inspiration from Forest Fire and Catching 8 and stuff like that, but I didn't want to be too much like it. I felt like maybe my first few videos kind of were like Batman versus a Two-Face one where like Robin just falls down. And
Yeah.
he's like, God damn it, Robin! Why can't you do anything right?
It kind of like aspires from the idea that Robin's not great, but it doesn't like it takes like inspiration more than
Plus, also, I don't make Robin gay,
yeah.
something or anything like that. It's
I
like,
try not to do that. I try to stay away from like just that type of humor.
Well, here's the one thing. Like the one character that it acts really gay is
Aquaman?
is Aquaman. Yeah, Aquaman, and of course he's not actually gay.
Yeah.
He just acts really gay because we just thought it was really funny. Like when I was the first video he was in was the Justice League meeting,
Yeah, that one.
And basically, we're having my friend Tyler play him. And it's like, just do a really whiny, loserish voice, and he did that. And we're like, yep, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, and it was basically because of that, because we all enjoyed the voice so much.
I know a lot of people try to make other characters like Hawkeye, yay, just because he's like the butt of a lot of Avengers jokes.
I didn't make my Hawkeye guy. I just made him a loser.
Yeah.
Or like just basically like he's normal, but then everyone just pisses on him for no reason.
Arrow guy.
But what was I gonna say? But yeah, it's because of how much me and my friends enjoyed the Aquaman voice. That's why I made the Aquaman series. So.
Yeah. Oh, it was inspired by one voice.
Well, kind of. It's just we thought like it'd be really funny doing adventures with Aquaman because of how funny his character was, mainly because of the voice. So.
Yeah. How'd you get into Lego?
I mean, I played with Legos for a long time. I always loved playing with Legos. Of course, like I said, mainly Star Wars Legos. And really, even before like I got into stop motion, even knew what stop motion was, I would always like try to like make up my own stories and stuff like that.
Yeah. Some of your videos have a range of like around like a couple thousand views to about 300. How would you feel that your best quality comes out in views for the videos? Like,
not totally, because of course a lot of the videos that have a lot of views, it's because they've been out for a really long time.
Yeah.
Like if you look at some earlier videos, whereas like, but then you look at the Avengers meeting, which just recently started getting a crap ton of views. I'm assuming because of Infinity War coming out, or when it came out.
Marvel's success.
Because it was around that time that it started getting a lot of views. But of course, I think that's actually one of my worst videos. Mainly not because the animation. Well, the thing is, that it's the lack of animation. They don't move around that much. But also, I think the voice acting, particularly on my part as Captain America, was really bad. But then like one of my favorite videos, I think that's like one of my best quality videos, is Batman versus Deathstroke. That doesn't have that many views.
Yeah, that one
kind of
has
disappoints me.
about 706. I watched most of your videos actually last night, again, because I was bored. And my favorite out of yours is probably the conspiracy.
Yeah, that's one I think it's funny. It was basically just as a joke video, like like how I kind of have like my own canon or whatever, but that doesn't affect anything. That was just like just a joke.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes the whole canon thing kind of confusing, but whatever.
Kind of like if there's gonna be a Deadpool sequel called Deadpool 3 learns about movie production. It's exactly what the sequel would be like.
Yeah.
And what are some of your favorite Lego sets?
Yeah, I don't really know. While I do enjoy the Lego sets, I'll admit I mainly buy them for the minifigures.
Yeah.
But there are a couple good sets. Like the Milano set looks really good. Hulkbuster set.
I think
It's a couple.
Yeah, I got like the Hulkbuster set was one that I've always wanted, and now that they released the Infinity War Hulkbuster, there's two of them, but one of them's like $300 or something.
Oh yeah, it's like the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Whatever one's like it's like really big.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Yeah, no thanks.
But there's like one I think for 50, just in a set. Pretty sure. So,
Yeah, it was actually I bought it today. I think it was $30.
Always ahead of the game.
So now I have two Lego Hulkbusters.
Yeah. See which one of them is more sturdy.
They're about the same. Well, the new one looks a little bit different.
Yeah. If I checked out like comparison, they'd probably be just usually because Lego tries to crack down if they made like a mistake in the past to make it better in the future.
Yeah. Except for X-Wings, apparently. Those also.
Don't talk about X-Wings.
I want to get an X-Wing though someday. It'd be really cool.
You should
X-Wings
definitely get one though. They are cool sets.
Just be very careful with it, or just glue it all together, like in the Lego movie.
Yeah, except
No creativity.
Yeah, creativity's bullshit. According to, I forgot. I haven't seen that movie in maybe like 2 years, so I don't remember. Oh,
I'll catch on TV occasionally.
yeah. Oh, I'll just like on Google me just for a second. On like pictures of Hulkbuster and next to like I think the 500 or the older one, but the older one looks bigger.
I guess I'll see when I finish it.
Yeah, the older one does look a bit bigger, and it looks like a bit more Iron Man-esque.
Yeah.
And what do you prefer, DC or Marvel?
That's a tough one. Of course, if you watch my videos, you would think DC, since I put out a lot of Batman videos.
Yeah.
But I think Marvel's done an amazing job with their movies, whereas DC, not so much.
Yeah, not recently.
But just like I really love heroes like Batman and Superman and the Flash. Like, well, that's like one thing. Another thing that still keeps me on the back in DC is the CW TV shows, the Flash and Arrow.
I used to watch Flash and Arrow. I don't watch them anymore just because I really couldn't get caught up with them. But I watch Gotham on Fox. I like that.
Yeah, but so I can't really say which one I like more than the other. I'm still just as excited to go see a Marvel movie as I am a DC movie. Like when like a new one comes out. Of course, actually, well, that's kind of wrong. I was like so freaking excited for Infinity War, like more than like any other movie ever. When I went to see it in theaters.
I probably watched the first trailer over 100 times.
That's it, only 100. I was at least 1,000.
Oh.
And I wish that was a joke.
You gotta hope sometimes it's a joke, or if it's not, it's just lonely. So, I think on your video, most of your videos have decent quality, but how do you feel about most of the older videos?
Like the thing is like looking back at them now, I can realize like how much I've improved. Like even like videos I thought like, oh wow, that's pretty good. Like for example, my Batman versus Scarecrow video, I think is one of my best videos. Like from like my first couple months. Like from my first couple months is my best video. Mm-hmm. But if I looked at like when I did the commentary, I realized wow, the animation kind of sucks, and it shows like how far I've come. But that's the thing, though. You can't expect to just be an expert at stop motion right off the bat. It's going to take a lot of practice and learning and all that type of stuff to get better at it.
Experience. One thing that was in your commentaries is, in your first two commentaries, is you kind of like to bash down a little on those first two videos that you don't really like. But then, like...
It's not that I don't like them. It's just that, like, they were bad, and I'm admitting, like, oh, yeah. I sucked at the beginning.
The thumbnail on Robin Runs an Errand, the lighting does.
Yeah, that was back when I had one lamp, so the lighting wasn't very like for the first couple of videos. I think through Batman vs Scarecrow or something like that, it only had one lamp, so the lighting wasn't very good.
Yeah, I could tell you had one lamp in like the first two just from the thumbnails, but when it goes to Penguin, it's a bit harder to tell. It's just the shadows really tell it in the Friday night.
Oh yeah, I'm never been very good at titles. I don't know. I should have called it Batman Villains Meeting. Like,
always change the name. You can always do that.
Yeah, at this point, what's the point?
What was your most popular video at one point?
Yeah, it was for a while. I think it was my first video to 1,000 views. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite movies?
I like, of course, I'm a big fan of the superhero genre. I also love Star Wars movies, Harry Potter, Indiana Jones. Independence Day is one of my favorites. The Planet of the Apes movies, like
Oh,
Rise,
those.
Dawn, and
Yeah,
War.
I've
Really love those.
I've seen all of those plenty of times.
Those
Especially
are
Rise.
tall.
Um, I have like some of my favorite movies are really they're all gonna be like usually superhero movies just because of how nostalgic I am for that genre. Really,
Yeah.
more like I'm also nostalgic for stuff like Star Wars and like Indiana Jones, especially. I think I probably like Indiana Jones more than Star Wars just because my childhood was a lot more in tune with Indiana Jones.
Here's the thing with Indiana Jones. The only good ones are 1 and 3.
Yeah.
2 and 4 suck. And I think I like 4 more than 2. Some
Oh
people will probably hate me for that, but
no,
two just does 2 just does not feel like an Indiana Jones movie
you're
at all.
lucky. My brother isn't here right now because he would try to tear into you because he loves two. A lot
Just
of people
like
really like two.
yeah, I was really happy when Nostalgia Critic did a review on Temple of Doom and talk about like how does like people talk about how bad 4 is, but how come this one gets a free pass?
Yeah, it's. I think it was like one of the. I think it was like one of the first movies to get like really harshly treated by the by like the rating system.
Yeah.
I've heard of that before. It's because there was like a heart torn out.
It's just really creepy. It just doesn't feel like to me an Indiana Jones movie. It's where he has this treasure that he's going after and he's trying to find it before the bad guys do.
Yeah, he's on.
He's like trying to save some Indian children from this evil witch doctor guy.
It's kind of like cultish.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Not like what you would think an Indiana Jones movie would be like.
Yeah.
I do really really like the original trilogy, and some of the newer ones of Star Wars are pretty good, but I don't really like Rogue One.
Rogue One was decent. I liked it. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I just think a lot of people really, really love Rogue One. I've heard that from a lot of people, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like how like of course like The Last Jedi came out recently.
Yeah.
That's getting a lot of hate, which I definitely don't think it
Yeah.
deserves. I think it was a really good movie.
Yeah, me too. Some things about Star Wars has been so divided since The Force Awakens that like every movie that you release is going to be divided.
Yeah. See, there are some fans that you just can't make happy. They could have put out the greatest Star Wars movie of all time. They're like, well, this, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it wasn't accurate to A New Hope. Well, A New Hope, what happened a long time ago. I'm not gonna.
One thing I definitely like about Rogue One is
Yeah.
like it looks very good. Like it kind of shows like I don't want them to do this, but like if they remade A New Hope or like the original Star Wars series, like how good like the space files would look and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hope they don't do that because like they're legendary movies.
Yeah, I don't want a lot of remakes just to happen for the sake of saying, oh well, money.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. They're gonna release Star Wars until they beat the hell out of a bloody pulp.
Disney's gonna milk that cash cow as much as
Yep.
they can.
That's a better metaphor than what I used. God damn it. What's your favorite TV show?
Oh, that's easy. SpongeBob.
Oh yeah.
It's like I'll look at like I nowadays I don't watch it as much nowadays, but like I'll still flip it on if I'm just like flipping through the TV. But like I'll watch stuff like Family Guy, South Park, American Dad, all that stuff. But SpongeBob still holds a special place in my heart.
I used to be really big into SpongeBob, but it just tuned out. I just tuned out of it.
Yeah, it's not as good as it used to be, but me It's a good thing. Like whenever they do have so much on Nickelodeon, they'll usually show the older episodes over the newer ones.
Yeah.
So that's always good.
Yeah, well, it's not really that. It's just I just grew out of it. But I do like more shows like South Park and American Dad. Those are two good ones. And Simpsons is a really big one for me.
Yeah, I've never really been able to get into The Simpsons.
Yeah, if I've been too much into The Simpsons. But it's such a big franchise.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of
for a
it would
long
be
time.
hard it would be hard to stay away from it.
Like I've seen a few episodes of Simpsons, but just like they didn't interest me that much.
Just it's so big. It's so big. It's been on for like
Too long.
29 years.
Ugh,
Next
that
year's
is
30. They drag it on. They're dragging it on. Kind of like Star Wars.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I love Star Wars, so I love that they're putting new movies out. It's just like, is it really necessary? Like the Solo movie, like I saw that a week or two ago. It was all right, but like, do we really need to hear that story? If you know what I mean?
No, they're trying to get people interested in a story that was outside of the main saga, and it's just like really bland. So who cares about it? I know I won't.
Yeah, like I know they're thinking about doing the Kenobi movie, but I only want to see that. I only want them to do it if they bring back Ewan McGregor as Kenobi.
No, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think he wants to be.
I think I saw somewhere that he would be up to it or something like that.
Hopefully he will, because that's one thing you could bring out of the prequels.
Yeah, it's like one thing. Like I feel like with this new run of Star Wars movies, they just completely ignore the prequels.
Yeah,
Like
well, they never have. No, people don't like them, but that doesn't mean that didn't happen.
Exactly. Actually, I love the prequels. I think they're really good, except for like they weren't as good as the original trilogy. But like Revenge of the Sith, especially though, was really good.
I like Revenge of the Sith. Attack of the Clones is actually probably my least favorite out of any Star Wars movie.
Oh dear God!
What the hell?
Oh, my brother's shouting.
Oh. Whatever.
So anyway, any more questions?
Oh yeah. What's your favorite movie franchise?
That's a tough one. I'd probably have to say Star Wars.
Yeah,
It's just been with me the longest.
I was gonna say still Star Wars. I would count the Christian Bale Batman's, like the Christopher Nolan trilogy, as one if it wasn't a trilogy. If it was more like 5 movies, then I would more count it as a franchise, unless it's just a movie series.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Whereas like the MCU is a movie franchise.
Yes, because it has 18 movies.
Well, I think for something to be a franchise, it has to have like, it can't just be about one person. So like for the Christian Bale Batman movies to be a franchise, it would also have to like have a Superman movie.
Yeah.
Or something like that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, it would have to tell multiple stories.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Star Wars also tells multiple stories.
Usually just tells the story about Bruce Wayne and what he does every time a movie cuts out. Yeah. What's your favorite movie genre?
Sci-fi, I guess.
Oh.
So that would include like superhero movies and Star Wars and all that stuff.
I kind of like
action movies as well.
Yeah, I kind of like Star Trek. I've never really been able to get into it though.
Like I've seen some of the new movies. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen the new movies, but like my dad loves Star Trek because he grew up watching, I think, Next Generation, New Generation. I forgot what it's called, but he just
Star Trek: The Next Generation with Stewart and all that.
Yeah, he grew up watching that, and I was like, and I could like never really get into it because there's like so many episodes. It's such a long thing to watch, and I'm like, I can't get into that. I do hear a lot of good things about like some Star Trek movies, and then I hear a lot of horrible things about some. Never really heard such great things about that. Are there videos that you would have changed now if you made them today?
Yeah, probably like some of my older videos.
Yeah.
Mainly. Like, Robin runs an errand, Batman villains Friday night. I would have made him good. Not really sure any others ones like. I mean, other than the animation, I don't know what else I would change in some videos.
Yeah, some of them are like really good. Like I think your best video from like around the 2017, like around the earlier 2017s was like Lego Jar Jar's Revenge.
Oh my god.
The only thing I hate about it is I can't listen to that Jar Jar voice.
Oh, you mean this voice? It's Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
Don't do that, please.
Oh, you don't like Mr. Jar Jar Binks? Want to see me step in shit as well?
This isn't the Phantom Menace.
What?
This is not the Phantom Menace.
Oh, you mean the greatest Star Wars movie of all time?
Very.
Which really, now that I look at it, it's not really that good of a Jar Jar voice, but whatever. And by the way, not to give anything away, but he may or may not return at some point.
Ooh, sneak peek. Up, sneak peek.
Maybe.
Ooh, possibility. You better watch out. To get rid of him, how would you get rid of Jar Jar? Just like.
What do you mean?
Like, I have no. What you would just like kill him, but he's like an alien. How would you like just make sure he doesn't stay? Make sure he stays away from you because he's like, if he meets you and he befriends you, he tries to stay around you like the whole time, like forever. I'd throw him in a dumpster and like ask Elon Musk to put him in a rocket. See if that'll work. Possibly. What are some of your favorite video games?
There are a couple different games to play. I actually got into Minecraft recently, which kind of regret.
Yeah, you should.
I'm a big fan of wrestling, WWE stuff, so I play a lot of WWE 2K17. Well, 18 now. That was what it would be.
Yeah.
And then I play a lot of sports games like Madden, NHL, MLB.
Yeah. Sports games are usually fun.
Yeah.
The only one I have experience, I played about I know I played some Madden. I definitely played MLB games because I used to play those all the time, and I played like maybe 2K twice on an off chance with my brother.
Yeah, the sad thing is though, there are no new baseball games for like the Xbox One, which is what I play on.
That's why you gotta get the PS4.
Fuck no.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Xbox One for life.
You're in the wrong. You're in the wrong console. You're on the wrong console.
No.
Because Sony makes the baseball games.
Well, hopefully 2K will finally realize that they can make a lot of money by.
They stopped making their baseball. They stopped making 2K in like 2013 for MLB.
Yeah, that was the last.
Yeah, just because it made no money.
I gave him money. I bought that game.
You and 10 other people.
Oh, come on. There were probably quite a few people that bought it. I don't know totally for sure how many people bought it.
Because they knew MLB The Show was a better franchise.
Yeah, but that's only on the PS4. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, that's the reason. Because
the thing is, like, if someone made a baseball game, like a good baseball game for the Xbox One, they make a fair bit of money because
You
a lot
got
of people like baseball.
you guys got RBI baseball, don't you?
Oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
That looks awful.
it is. It's like an arcade game.
Yeah.
So generic.
Because I looked at it once, it was like, oh, I want to play a baseball game on Xbox One. And then I looked it up, like I find that, I'm like, oh, what's this? And then I'm like, oh my god, this looks awful. This is an abomination.
Yeah, it's MLB cut out all the good parts of MLB The Show, and they were like, oh, here's a game for the Xbox One. You know what's all the
Yeah,
Xbox...
my brother bought a PS4 a while back, and actually, so I did play a little bit of MLB The Show then.
See,
and it's
but
really
brother,
good. It's good.
Yeah,
game.
your brother's smart. He brought a PS4.
I mean, honestly, I won't buy a PS4 someday. I might if I like have enough money, like a fair bit of money, and I'll probably buy it just to play MLB The Show. That's the only game I will play on that console.
I mean, it's not like it has like better online, better graphics, and, better exclusives, better controller.
Sure, whatever you say.
Yeah, better everything.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Better sales.
Shitty company.
Well, I don't like Sony. Listen, I don't like Sony, but I like PlayStations.
Sony ruined Spider-Man.
Okay. You got me there, and I'll give you one thing. Xbox had a better E3 conference this year than PlayStation. It's the only thing I can give anyone.
Who gives a shit about E3?
My older brother, who tells me everything about it.
Okay, I bet quite a few people care about that stuff. Like, well, I play a lot of video games. I wouldn't call myself a gamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, just no. You gotta play Fortnite. Then you're the ultimate gamer ever, apparently.
Oh my god, Fortnite.
You know, my brother who was talking to you yesterday with me plays that, and he's addicted to it. I played it, and it's not... I don't get the addicting aspect of it. It's not addicting.
Well, I know what it's like to get addicted to a game. Like, I've had games I've gotten, like, super into before.
I was really into, I know I was really into, like, GTA and Overwatch at one point.
Yeah, I play a fair bit of GTA as well.
GTA was not that long ago, though.
And actually, I saw these videos on YouTube of people, like, I'm guessing it's through PC, like playing mods where you can get like Thanos and Darkseid and such.
Oh.
It's pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, because I have a friend who mods the hell out of GTA. I know that. And he mods the hell out of computers and PlayStations and Xboxes. And I'm like, and he is always offering, he wants me to buy shit from him, and I'm like, I don't need it. Oh yeah, I forgot this was an interview. I think. I don't fucking know. What's your favorite sport, if you like sports?
It's easy, baseball.
Yeah.
I've always been a big baseball fan.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a long discussion like yesterday about this.
Yeah. So I grew up in the St. Louis area, so I'm a big Cardinals fan. So Cardinals, win most of the time. It's pretty easy to.
Yeah, pretty easy to like your.
You get into baseball.
Your St. Louis Cardinals. You're actually from the area where Forest Fire's from. Oh
yeah, I know. I am.
Yeah, you should try and find his old house and knock on his door, ask his mom. Can I get his?
I'm not a creeper, so no.
Yeah, I know. You'll be like, can I get his original Legos that he left here?
You're like, oh my god, I'm such a big fan. Your videos are the best.
Yeah, but he lives in LA now, so.
Yeah. I think he is back in St. Louis. Like, I know he was coming back to St. Louis sometime this summer to make a Zombie Universe 3 or something like that.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Should have known about that. Dude, I want Zombie Universe 3 so bad. I actually want that. Damn. I should have known.
I think he put something about it on his 1001 channel, and I went back and watched the Zombie Universe videos.
Uh,
And
yeah,
they were pretty good.
I
Pretty
love
fun.
the Zombie Universe videos.
I'd never seen it before until then.
Yeah, I saw him first last year because I didn't watch his live action stuff until really last year. Like he had the Craig series, which is like it aged. It really aged. And it's like and it's just a lot of he has a lot of good live action stuff surprisingly for someone who's mainly in tune with stop motion.
Yeah, like he did the one Lego epic rap out of history.
Yeah, he did that. He
But
did
then also he did the fighting
Dead,
choreography
for the
for
Deadpool versus Boba Fett.
yeah.
Yeah.
It shows that he's got some talents.
Yeah. What are some other channels otherwise than Forest Fire that influenced you?
Catch an Eight. Like if you like my meeting videos, like those are mainly inspired off of his meeting of the heroes and meeting of the
Yeah.
villains videos. Then like Brotherhood Workshop, Fancy Pants. It's slipping my mind right now.
Flapjack Films.
Well, I didn't find him until after I started.
Ah.
But yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, I found him.
He's gotten.
I found him last year.
Oh yeah, Aubrey Studios, Lone Cone Productions.
Yeah.
Um,
I talked to Alex on the if he's live streaming. That's fun.
yeah, I go his live streams whenever I can.
Yeah, he doesn't really do them though.
Yeah, not recently.
Not recently. I think
Blob Studios was a one that I really liked when I was younger. He
Blob.
hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
he
lot of
hasn't.
people were influenced by Blob too.
He hasn't done anything in a long time though.
No, I think he's gone. Cause I think the last video he made was like a Batman v Superman.
Yeah, that was after like he had not been around for a couple like 3 years.
Yeah.
And
Usually,
that-
I've seen a lot of Batman v Superman videos be like the ending of stop motion channels.
Yeah, I know. It's just I don't know.
It's just if you get older, you're just gonna want to stop making them.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm like 21, so and I just started making them recently, so I think it's just about like having time to make them.
Yeah, I doubt they have time. They gotta get a career.
Yeah. Whereas like a guy like Forest Fire, who is that is his career now. He's
Yeah, YouTube is. He
making
almost has
movies
a
and
million
stuff.
subs.
Yeah, he's almost there.
Yeah, he's like
where is that right now?
100,000 away.
Wait,
I know
what's it?
that move.
There it is.
And no, why did I say 100,000?
Yeah, 11,989,000. Well, actually, he's already at 990,000 at this point.
Oh, he's 10,000 away.
Yep.
I really want him to hit a million just because he's been. Started watching him like 2012. That's when I saw the one video by him. The Superman, Spider-Man, Batman team up.
Yeah, everyone anyone has seen that one.
Yeah, that's his
It's
most
a lot.
popular stop motion. Has like 25 million views.
Out of all his stop motion, that's like his most popular one.
Yeah.
Like most viewed one or whatever.
Yeah, because I got into I started watching stuff on YouTube in like 2007 just because that was I used to listen to like the Batman theme when I was like 3 or 4. Just because I thought it was really cool or something. And then in sometime around 2012, I was watching a lot of Lego Batman video game stuff.
Yeah.
So then Forest Fire got recommended to me, and I started to watch his videos. And there was another kid who I watched around that time. He made there was one video I watched, and this video is not good. And I was probably like 8 when I saw it, so I thought it was good. It's by this kid named like Sam Kill 2. It's called like Lego Batman versus the villains.
Hmm.
Let me check.
Can't say I've seen him before.
Yeah, you probably haven't. He has a very heavy British accent. Lego Batman Heroes versus Villains. It has 1.6 million views, surprisingly.
Wow. Hopefully one day one of my videos can reach 1 million.
Sooner than later, it'll do it for you.
Believe me, I put a lot of videos already, but I have a lot more ideas.
Yeah.
Like I pretty much have my entire schedule made for like the next year. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I think of a lot of things especially when I'm watching a stop motion, just because.
Yeah, my mind wanders a lot, so that allows me to always come up with new ideas and new jokes occasionally. Yeah.
And when you're watching like a movie, like from like one of the superheroes, you'll see, oh, and yeah, he did this, so why not make a whole stop motion on it? A whole 4-minute stop motion on it.
Yeah, like I try not to like copy off or steal jokes too much. No. Like my friends, like whenever they will suggest like things for characters to say, it's usually like something off of South Park or Family Guy or something. It's like, well, it's funny. It's like I only would do that very rarely, if at all. Like the whole whip thing.
Quip and the Indiana Jones whip.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I might have stolen a couple of jokes from other people, but it hasn't been like a huge thing where like the video's gonna revolve very. I know sometimes I used to get comments like last year that I was a forest fire ripoff for using a sound like the Villain's Lair thing, like done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I use that. I have no clue what that's from, so I just found one of his videos and I took it out of there. So, and I used that in one of my videos, and people were like, that was in forest fires, so you're clearly ripping him off. I'm like, it's a sound effect. So it's not like, I don't think it's as big as like going to one of Forrest's videos and taking half his script and putting little filler lines in between it.
Yeah, I know. I just one of those things, like, it's something that was kind of like a staple of his videos.
Yeah.
Whereas it's just, that's why it's good to try to find your own things, like for your channel, make your channel unique.
Yeah, I always try to. It's not the easiest thing to do. Yeah. Wait, today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. You gotta wait till Friday for your new video.
Which I just started working on now.
Oh, wait, I mean, it is a movie review after all.
Oh, yeah, movie review. Like, okay, so the Infinity War movie review that came out last month, I started that. I got that all done, like the entire review, except for like the voicings.
Yeah. I
got it all done within a 24-hour period.
Oh, that's amazing. I did that with I think my first video ever, since it was the day before Easter. It's an Easter special. Was the day before Easter. So I was just like, I have a whole night to animate. Why not do it? And it took me about maybe 6 hours to make that video. And it's such an awful video. It's like no shock at all that it took me so short to make it.
Yeah. I ended up playing an all-nighter to get the Infinity War review done.
Yeah, I did that for the Easter special.
It was not fun.
No, dude, I've done it. I'm gonna try to pull an all-nighter like a couple nights in a row, maybe. Not in a row. Definitely not in a row. I can't do that because I fall asleep. I fall asleep at like 4 every night.
Yeah, I try to go to bed around midnight or 1 o'clock, something like that.
I try to, but I just can't.
But this review hopefully won't take as long to make, due to the fact that I don't have like that effect at the end where they all disappear or whatever, like in the Infinity War review.
Yeah. Oh, Deadpool is probably gonna have a lot of dialogue in this video.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh.
He has like twice as much dialogue as everybody else.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy, because so usually Batman has the most dialogue.
Yeah.
In each video, more than anybody else. This video, actually, Iron Man even has more dialogue than him.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter usually has the least amount, but he has more than Indiana and Vader, which is random.
Only Indiana and Vader. 'Cause Vader doesn't. Does Vader have the least usually in the videos or Indiana?
No, usually Harry Potter has the least.
Oh yeah. Well, he has the least, so he's the most forgettable.
Yeah. Well, also it's better he doesn't talk much because I have a terrible English accent. So.
I am in no ways British, so doing an English accent isn't easy.
And actually, it's a point. Him having terrible English accent might be brought up in the video by a certain fourth wall breaking comedian.
Oh, Aquaman, yes.
Oh yes, Aquaman. Totally, that's it.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Indiana Jones, where I think Deadpool, was who flipped out on Indiana Jones for his voice change.
Yeah, so like when I starting the movie reviews, I had my friend Tyler play Indiana Jones, and I was trying to figure out like what kind of voice I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And so basically, we couldn't really figure anything out. So the first couple of videos, his voice changed each time, and then finally, I think when we did the Han Solo video, like the one where Han Solo asked Vader to marry Leia or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Hans Request. Yeah, Han's Request, which did terribly view-wise. That's when we kind of like sat, decided on the official Indiana Jones voice because I wanted Han Solo and Indiana Jones to sound the same due to Harrison Ford. Yeah. So, which basically it's just his voice, and I just use Audacity to make his voice sound deeper.
Yeah. What are some ways that you get your Lego?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you obtain it?
Just through the internet or going to Target or something like that.
Because I know you buy a lot of your minifigs separately.
Whenever I can. Like, if I have to get the set to get the minifigure, I will. Yeah, but like, I found this one store a couple years ago. Well, not a couple, like a year ago. Like my friend found it for me, and basically they just sell minifigure. Well, they sell a bunch of stuff, but they sell minifigures by themselves for like $4 each, and so that was really cool.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, because I want a lot of the like the earlier Batman stuff from like 2006, 2008, and like the sets are outrageously priced.
Yeah.
Like
Batcave, the Bat Tumbler, that stuff.
Those are probably the two most expensive. No, and the Aerial Assault's really expensive. The other one, but I know, I was in a bidding war yesterday for like one of the worst sets ever, the Mr. Freeze Batman buggy set, and I was up to like $50 on it, and this dude also had to buy it now for about $100, so and he was like, and the minimum price was like $100 for the bid. I'm like, so why would I buy it? Why would I bid on it if the minimum price is gonna be $100 on the bid?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really hated that. I tried to get the one that I had when I was younger a couple of days ago, but I lost. A guy just took down the bid. The Penguin Robin set with the submarine. And what's another genre of YouTube that really inspired you that really inspires your videos and you to like your work ethic for videos?
Well, like I do like I do those movie reviews, and that was inspired by movie review channels like Screen Junkie, CinemaSins, Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah.
How It Should Have Ended, those kind of people.
Yeah, see, I usually, I like the way that you like bring out your like how you make your reviews, like the movie review thing. I'd never seen anyone else do Lego movie reviews before.
Yeah, I did it basically because I really but when I wanted a YouTube channel, I was like, okay, I'm either going to do movie reviews or I'm going to do stop motion, and it's like, well, why can't I just do both? Which, of course, when I started doing the movies, they didn't do that well, and it was because of that. Because I was planning on doing reviews for Wonder Woman and Thor Ragnarok my first year, but because they weren't doing that well, I decided to cancel them just so they can do other stuff that was getting more views and such, like my Batman vs. series.
Yeah.
Plus, and so I decided to like focus on just like really big movies or stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And of course, then starting, I guess, like in December, mainly with the Justice League movie review, they really started blowing up. Like, all my movie reviews have like around 5,000 views. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Especially the ones that are canon to like the Versus series, or that are just like nice Batman, that are just like Batman videos, or the Fantastic Four video,
Yeah.
or the Christmas
Like,
party.
Yeah. But like, now, ever since the movie has been doing so well, people are saying, "Oh, when are you gonna review?" Well, so I got like one request for like that one Rampage movie that came out. It's like, what? If you look at my reviews, what made you think I would review something? I would review Rampage.
I didn't see Rampage. I know a lot of people who
Neither
did.
did I. I didn't watch.
I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I did see the Jumanji movie just because I had a free movie ticket. But like, I don't really like stuff with Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it.
The only time I want to see Dwayne The Rock Johnson is when he's back in WWE. That's it.
Yeah, I don't really go to the theaters and I'm like, oh, well, I want to see that movie because The Rock's in it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, I'm just like.
But then, like, I got one for like the new Jurassic World movie as well. Like, someone say, "Oh, you should review Jurassic World," or the new one that's coming out soon, and it's like I'm definitely not gonna do that. If people do pressure me into doing more movie reviews, it'll probably be like Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2,
Yeah.
maybe The Incredibles 2. I'm really looking forward to that, but I don't know if I want to do a movie review on it.
I know, like, I grew up a little bit with The Incredibles, but, like, I was more of a Toy Story person. So I grew up more on those movies. But Incredibles, I know my older brother has a lot more going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I grew up so much, like, around so much Disney stuff. And
But, after Deadpool 2 review, that actually won't be a movie review for quite a while.
I thought you were you gonna do the Solo movie?
I was a while back. I was wanting to do it, but if I did it, then I would have had like 3 consecutive movie reviews in a row, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, since they changed around the release dates for all of them, it would have been different. But
yeah,
I don't really care to do it.
Yeah. Usually, when I think of, like, videos that I want to make, I'm always thinking, do I want it to be kind of like my other videos, or do I want to make something different and like just scheme away from a lot of stuff I've been doing recently?
Yeah, kind of like last year, my main focus was the Batman versus series.
Yeah.
This year, my focus is the Spider-Man versus series.
Yeah, you're gonna have one on June 29th.
Yep.
About someone who may or may not be a weirdo who's a scientist as well.
Or who also has 4 metal arms.
4 metal arms.
But he's not General Grievous.
No. General Grievous is that's for Mace Windu to deal with.
Or Obi-Wan.
Or Anakin. You can give him Anakin.
I don't know. I actually got a General Grievous minifigure at Comic-Con a couple months ago. A lot better than the one I used to have.
Oh, I was gonna get a set with General Grievous in it, but then I was like, I just wasn't feeling it. Oh, I was about to buy a Lego Batman set. I was about to buy a Batman set last night, but then I was like, maybe because it was just something like I could have bought later, so I just bought some baseball cards. And what are some underrated brick film channels that you think really inspired you?
I think Lone Clone is a pretty underrated one. He only has like 14,000, I think, the last time I saw him.
Yeah, he writes with Aubrey Studios, so a lot of the comedy that comes from Aubrey Studios also comes from Alex Lone Clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because like in my opinion, I think he has better animation than Aubrey Studios.
Yeah.
Like, like Aubrey Studios, it's not bad animation; it's just simple animation, if you know what I mean.
The most that he transitioned from his earlier videos to his later videos is really the it was more joke. Like, he transitioned from, like, his jokes started to get a lot more a lot more aimed at other things.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he didn't really focus on making the animation a bit more. He focused more on the script and the writing.
Yeah.
I definitely see that in his videos. Like, some who I see, I definitely see you in that aspect of underrated.
Well, you know, you always got to start from the bottom. I've
Yeah,
only been
whenever-
around. I haven't been around that long, so.
Yeah. But, like, whenever I talk to some of my friends who actually somehow like a lot, like, stop motions, I would always recommend, you to them, just because you have such a wide range of videos, and they're, like, so good in that aspect. Like, you have some videos that are a bit less, you know, funny, but a bit more just little skits, and some that are a bit more just some that were like the Fantastic Four movie, where it's like just a long movie that's just like, it's like, I know a lot of people who would prefer to watch a longer, more comedic approach to something than just like a shorter little skit approach. So
See, when I made the Fantastic Four video, my goal was to make it better than the Fantastic Four movies.
No,
which really isn't that hard.
It already happened. Don't worry. It already happened.
I think I succeeded. So.
Yeah, it already happened when Doctor Doom was a good villain.
But the main reason I made the Fantastic Four video was because, like, if you look at the YouTube channel, like, none of the really big YouTube animators have ever made a Fantastic Four video.
No. I think
so I thought it'd be really cool.
LinkedIn Pop has the Fantastic Four in his Avengers series.
Yeah.
But he also has, like, the X-Men, and so he has, like, every Marvel hero that's been known to man in that series.
Yeah.
And your Fantastic Four video is actually, I watched it last night, it's actually really well edited.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of my really best videos. Actually, I think it's my best video. Mainly because that's the first time I used special effects. And actually, out of all my videos, that took longer to make than any other one of them. Like, it took like 2 weeks to make.
Somehow the longest video it took me to make was that the one that you were in. But it didn't really take me long because I worked on it forever. No, it was because I took long breaks for school. And that video's god-awful. I hate that video. I would give someone like $10 if they can sit through that whole thing.
Well, hey, I watched it. It was all right.
Yeah, you can get $10 from me.
I believe it. There are some people who I've seen on YouTube, and yeah, you know what? You're better than them. So.
Yeah, duh. So you voice for some other people.
I've voiced it. Yeah, there's only like 3 channels I think I voiced for. You,
Avis,
Alan Film Studio.
Yeah, Alan, that's his name.
And then there's this new guy who actually another person I recommend.
Matthew Marvel.
Yeah, and I did it for him recently. He's actually really good. He's only got like 50 subscribers, right?
Yeah, because I checked out your playlist.
60
of, like,
now.
I checked out your playlist of like people who you voiced in.
Yeah.
And I think Matthew I think he's better than the Alan guy. And he's definitely better at like making a story and animating.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job.
Yeah,
So I would definitely recommend checking him out.
Yeah, he's also really good at making a Spider-Man story.
I think his animation is really good, and it's funny. I watched like the video I voiced, and he did a really good job voicing J. Jonah Jameson in that. That's really funny.
Yeah, a lot of you voiced in about 5 videos of other YouTube channels.
Yeah, not much. Like there are a couple times where people have asked me, and like then nothing really happens with it or whatever.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, but I canceled the project. I always hear like stuff from like because I know like my friend stopped. He doesn't make scripts for his videos, so I'm like, how are you? He's like, I want some voice actors. I'm like, you can't have voice actors unless you give them a script to work off of.
Yeah.
He's like, but you can give them voice lines. I'm like, the problem with that is they want to see what's happening at that moment. They don't want to see, oh, well, I had to say this.
Yeah, it's because you gotta give them the whole script, because if you just give them their lines, they won't. It's good for them to see context.
Yeah, I think,
so they wonder like, oh, that's why I'm saying this. I need to know how to say it.
Yeah, I tried that with you the first time just because I just because Stop King, I usually get the lines just because he does that to everyone else. So I tried it with you, see if it would work. Doesn't. And then you told me to send you the script, and I did. But surprisingly, I think the Allen film guy, he's very his dialogue, he's like very far from the mic whenever he speaks.
That and well, yeah, because like even when I sent my lines in, they ended up being quiet.
I think you know what he did. He didn't download them and put them in there. He just played them and put them in there.
Maybe.
I don't like that. I really prefer for my video to sound as good as possible.
Yeah.
The video's muted, so.
I tell you, so I use a Stop Motion Studio Pro through my phone for it, and they recently had an update and it just changed everything.
Really? Didn't they just do this like yesterday?
I don't know. Like it must happen because I haven't really been working on stop motion much lately. I haven't worked on a video in a while.
Yeah.
So it was sometime within the last week or two, whatever.
Yeah,
and it's so much different. I really need to get a camera and get like
you can transfer
a reel.
Yeah, I use phones all the time, and I also use my camera just because I have one. I didn't use it on a lot of my videos, but like I think the first video I used the camera in was my recent Mr. Freeze one. That's probably the best stop motion I have up on my channel, just because it's not terribly drenched out. And I find it to be that cameras are way harder to work with actually than phones, because phones are much more simple in their layout, and you can just transfer your pictures from your phone to the computer easily.
Yeah, before I figured out how like the camera worked on the Stop Motion Studio, I would just take pictures with my phone and then import them into Stop Motion Studio.
Oh.
Usually this is way better though, because also it can show like a before and after image.
Because I used to make my stop motions in like Movie Maker just because that's what I had.
Yeah, I use iMovie because I have a Mac.
Yeah, just like animate them, just like keep them in like, it's like you could just put the second in, like I think I did them in like 10 frames per second. So they didn't look bad for the amount of shots that were taken for them. The only problem was that it's such a basic editor with no options really at all. I think iMovie, because my friend, the kid Stocking, I know him and he has a Mac and he uses iMovie. I prefer iMovie 10 times more than Movie Maker.
Yeah, I've only used Movie Maker once, and it was like for a project at school a long time ago. I don't really remember anything about it.
I mean, you have a Mac, so like, you don't need to use. You can't.
Of course, then I have a bunch of friends who are a bunch of tech nerds, and they're like, "Oh, Macs suck. Get a Windows or whatever." I'm like, "No, I'm good."
I mean,
I'm gonna have to get a new computer at some point because this one doesn't work to the best because I kind of broke part of it.
Oh, mine doesn't.
The L key does not work.
Oh, the L. That's why I don't. My laptop, the screen is like completely cracked, so I had to plug it into a TV. Like, I don't have a monitor, so I plug it into a TV. So and this is because I've been working off Windows my whole life, and I'm actually really good with. I'm a bit better with this stuff because I want to build my own computer at one point in the near future. Just because
I'll also have someone build a computer for me. Yeah. So I'll pay someone to do it.
Yeah, because I know how to build. I have plenty of friends know how to build computers and stuff. Like I know this one kid who lives right near me in my neighborhood, and he built his own computer, and he makes he has his own gaming PC that he made, and he's just like, and it runs so perfectly. The only problem now is graphics cards. Because of crypto mining, Bitcoin, have gone severely up in price. So what I suggest to do is I'd suggest to just, if you buy an Xbox One X, they have GTX 1060s or 1070s, and those graphics cards are the ones that use the crypto. So, and they're not going to bring the price up on the Xbox One X just because of the graphics card. So buy one of those and take the graphics card out. That's what I suggest to do. But, I know everything else is not expensive at all. Especially RAM. So, I know you're very open to voice work on many people's videos.
I wouldn't say that open. I've only done a few people. A lot of people have asked me,
Oh, really?
and yeah, it's just like I don't want to do it too much, and also like I kind of have a standard. Like if someone's like, I don't know, I don't want to sound like a dick or anything, but like
No, it's alright.
if
It's
someone's in
alright.
it-
No,
if someone's
you've achieved a lot of standards. I think because of how good your stop motions are, I would say you can tell people when you're at this bad of a standard, then I'm allowed to criticize you because because what I do is really good.
But like they're like if your animation isn't very good,
Yeah.
like of course if you're really new, like, and so I can understand why it's not that bad. But like if over time your animation's not getting better, then to me it looks like, oh, you don't actually care that much about stop motion. You're not trying to get better. So if I see something like that, I will say no.
Yeah.
Or like I won't say anything at all.
Oh yeah. Some kids, like, I used to use this app that actually a lot of people used to use back in like 2014 when I started making videos, and I started to make these little stop motions that were like 20 seconds long and they were really bad. It's this app called PicPack, and it has this huge watermark in the corner, which I don't like. You know what? Because you know, like how sometimes people you see watermarks in the corners of their stop motions.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah, the watermarks. They say like, oh, made with this, made with that. It's in a lot of people's who have like, I've seen some people with 500 subscribers where there's a watermark in their corner, and I don't know how I don't know how that gets passed somehow.
Well, I mean, anyone can put a watermark on it. It's a thing through YouTube. Like I have watermarks on my videos.
No, like I'm not talking about like a personalized watermark where you put your name down there. Like
you mean like someone who has like someone else's watermark in there?
No, someone who has like an editor's watermark in the corner.
Yeah.
That I cannot deal with. That's a really big pet peeve of mine. I'm like, so you have 500 subs, and you're keeping your watermark. You still have that watermark in the corner. You haven't tried to upgrade. I get it. Like I think if you have the Stop Motion Studio Pro version, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't have it, I think it shows up with a watermark.
I'm not totally sure.
I'm not sure either. I know a lot of the apps do it, because I used to use a lot of apps, because my whole stop motions used to be phone and tablet based, but I stay away from phones and tablets now for stop motions. Just because it's...
Yeah, I'm hoping this year, because I should be hitting 1,000 subscribers, hopefully within a month or so. Hopefully, it's also making some moolah.
Oof.
And,
that ad revenue.
Yeah, and hopefully can make some more money, and hopefully get a camera.
Yeah, I
like
know.
A real camera. And then also, I don't know, I stop motion. That's what I'm hoping to be the first thing I use, since it's cheaper, but hopefully eventually upgrading to Dragon Frame.
Yeah, Dragon Frame is the one that I know about, because every big stop motion YouTuber uses Dragon Frame.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up that iStop Motion. It might be an Apple thing though, just because.
I'm not sure, because I know Kesh and Nate used it for a while. I just know it's a more cheaper and more simple stop motion software.
Oh, it's Mac.
It is? Oh.
Yeah, it's Mac.
Oh, I guess that's perfect then.
Yeah, it's perfect for you. Yeah, because the thing about Mac is, I find Macs, they're not good for like gaming and stuff, but I don't care. I game on my computer if I have free time. I usually don't game. I usually watch YouTube.
Yeah.
So
I do have Steam on my laptop, and I have a couple games on there that I play. I
have a couple of games on Steam, and I don't usually play stuff on my computer anymore. I know my brother does. He plays a lot on the computer when he's on, but like, I think since I'm more into editing and stuff, a Mac would be perfect, because you guys can get like Final Cut Pro. You guys can get but you guys can have iMovie, which is way better of a basic layout than a Movie Maker, which I try to stay away from. But
I might someday try to upgrade to Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro, or whatever it is.
Is that
That sounds really complicated.
I know Sony Vegas isn't the easiest editor, but I know Premiere is like more updated and it has a lot of options. So I try to use that. I try to stay with Sony. It's definitely it's good for like green screen effects and like some video phasing. Like I've actually made like an intro where it like glitches out a little. I made that for my brother who has a fucking Fortnite account. And he has this group like with some kids who who live in my neighborhood, and they're called like TGN, and they have and this one kid he goes on like Snapchat, which I don't use. I use it to talk to some of my friends. But
I have Snapchat, but I don't really put any stories in there. I use it to look at other people's stories and talk to my friends sometimes.
Yeah, I usually talk. It's that I only have Facebook to talk to people because I'm never gonna do anything on that. I have a fake name on Facebook too. Caleb Smith is not my name. I can tell you that much. Caleb is.
First name's yeah.
But Smith is not my last name.
I guess your name's not Amy Diaz either, is it?
Oh my!
That's the name it shows on your old account.
No, because my old account got hacked. No, someone hacked my old account because there was like huge Facebook hackings. Someone hacked it.
Glad I didn't get mine hacked.
You're lucky. I know a lot of your friends are big with Facebook because they're like older, like Tyler Firth, David, the people who voice in your videos.
Yeah.
Like David, the two Davids.
Yeah. It's two of them.
Yeah. And they all live in like the St. Louis area. I wouldn't be surprised if you knew them from like school.
Well, I knew all of them just through like mainly college, kind of.
I know the one David A. He's like doing a lot right now. He's like in a jazz band.
Yeah, he and I go to the same college, so
yeah.
He's in the band there.
I'm sure your face is on one of their Facebooks.
Probably
is. I'll send you some screenshots and we'll get it out of you.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the face reveal till I hit 10,000 subscribers.
Oh, it's for 10,000?
Yeah.
My face has already been in a video, so it doesn't really matter.
Which I know is kind of stupid, like, because that's not really like something like I just feel like it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. Well, a YouTuber just made a face reveal. Who I watch, BHL Hudson. He does a lot of movie stuff. But I know he did a face reveal in Q&A, and it was like an hour long, and like just seeing a face for once of someone who you've never seen the face of before, it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of amusing. It's just somehow the big appeal of YouTube. One of it is if you haven't seen a person's face before, well, there's going to be face reveal, and then you see the face.
So, any other questions?
I got maybe 2 more. Who are some of your favorite movie reviewers?
Well, like I said earlier, Nostalgia Critic, Honest Trailers, I really love those. CinemaSins, Jeremy Johns is pretty good. I like using him. Watching his videos, kind of like see how a movie is before I actually go see it because it's spoiler-free stuff.
I usually do that with like Chris Stuckman, but some of his videos have you don't know if they have spoilers or not.
Just gotta be careful.
Yeah, Chris Stuckman's actually he's probably the second most popular movie reviewer. I like him more than Jeremy Johns, to be fair. Have you ever seen Chris Stuckman?
I don't think I have.
He's a ginger. That's most that I can tell you about. And he's definitely a big movie person. He's been uploading forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure if. Oh yeah. Another question. What are some things that you like to do while making a stop motion?
I might sometimes like have like a TV show on or something. Watch something on YouTube. I'll usually be eating something, just you know, something like that.
Yeah. Usually, what I do is I watch YouTube, and I a lot of times I try to watch like Forest Fire and Aubrey Studios commentaries, just because I feel those are really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those actually really get me. Those, because they like and some of the Forest Fire's behind the scenes stuff, and some of your commentaries as well, just because they're talking about like their process of making stop motions, what they do, and like how, if they like their older videos and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know what it is. It's just maybe the just the aspect of them telling you what it's such. I really like it.
Yeah, what you mean?
Yeah. This one oh. Windows print screen. I feel like there's two people in this photo who I've seen before, but two of them might be you. Secret. Just wait.
It's a secret.
No. I wish I could send you the because there's gonna be a sneak peek after this interview. I wish I could send you the clip to it, but Facebook won't let me because it's too big, and Hangouts won't let me because it only lets me send pictures.
That's fine, man. I'll just wait until the video comes up and I'll see it then.
Yeah, this video is probably gonna come out tomorrow, just because
Editing and such.
Editing isn't too hard for a video like this.
Oh yeah, you still probably cut some stuff out.
Yeah.
Try to shorten it up a bit. Because of course, if someone sees like a 1 hour video, like, I don't want to see all this shit.
I actually really like to sit through long videos, like podcasts and interviews. I really like those.
Well, like that would be something I'd probably do if I was like animating or whatever, because like I'm not really doing anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Or sometimes I like to. Sometimes though, like I might not have anything on because I'm like trying to focus.
Yeah.
Just like get through it and everything.
I'm never like I'm really trying to because I'm really good at focusing on two things at once. So I'm like it's usually not I need to focus. It's usually I need something in the background to help me, to just like help me feel. I don't know how to describe it. Just to like help me do something while stop motion making, because stop motion making is not a process that I like to do.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. Like, if you're not enjoying it, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, I try
to find whatever you enjoy. Because like the thing is, I kind of started. I thought it'd be a cool thing to try out. Now I like love making stop motions.
Yeah,
I really enjoy doing it.
I like it a hell of a lot more than I liked it before, though. Because before I was dreading making stop motion just because I wanted one out. But now it's like sometimes it can be really fun because I'm making what I want.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten to that point with the reviews.
Yeah.
Like I love for example, like Batman making that, I was so excited because like I thought like, oh wow, this looks so good. It's like one of my best videos ever made. Whereas I make reviews, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just have them move with their arms around for 5 minutes. Exciting. So like I'm always trying to challenge myself, try new things.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a lot more frames for movements for like talking. I'm always trying that out.
Yeah.
I always feel like that's one of the things I love to just keep up. And another thing is I'm trying a lot. I don't know, because walking is a big deal. Is like a big thing. In your stop motion, it could really define, because there's a lot of walking in most stop motions. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I've always like tried to find the best way to show my guys walking.
Yeah.
And like my recent video I actually just finished that comes out next month.
Yeah.
It actually I think the walking looks like the best it's ever looked in that video, so you have to pay attention.
Yeah, I try to I take a picture of his foot up, then I put the foot then I put like it down and then the other foot behind, then move it up. But I'm trying I want to know I probably should take more frames.
It's not about more frames. It's about. Well, yeah, I guess it is technically more frames, but you have to like show different frames.
Yeah.
So like, well, yeah, foot up, that's good, and then foot down, that's good. But then between the foot up and foot down, you have to have a middle shot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of starting to do. Some middle shots.
Yeah. So like, if you like, you just look up like a tutorial. You can find so many tutorials.
Yeah, I've watched so many stop motion tutorials on YouTube.
So, just look up someone like I can't remember who. Maybe Fancy Pants. Yeah, Fancy Pants. I think had a pretty good tutorial on walking and running and such.
One of Fancy Pants' tutorials a couple of days ago. It was about animation, but it wasn't about like walking. I really want like to make a walking stop. I really would love to up the quality on my videos, like the walking, the arm movements. Cause whenever I move an arm, I try to move the hand and I try to move the head towards whoever he's talking to.
Yeah.
So I try to get that done. I try to get as much frames for that as possible, so it looks as smooth as possible.
Yeah, one thing I learned from Fancy Pants and Lone Clone is to make that's where they helped make my animation look a lot better. Is fade in and fade out.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to show even movements. You want to show small movements, large movements, and then small movements. And the motion.
You don't want to show a bunch of like large movement. You don't want people to like jump around during your video and be like, "Oh, this is really good. It's showing how good I am at Lego animating."
Yeah.
I don't like that mindset. I'd more prefer to if I could make baseball videos, I would, just because I play baseball and I love baseball and I go to so many baseball games. But my dad is in tune with like doing stuff with me at baseball games, so it's like I would be making those right now if it wasn't for stop motions. So the fact that there is stop motions, I'm gonna try my damn hardest to make them and to get them out.
Well, I just say, man. Like, of course, I get them out like a pretty consistent basis. Like, at least a stop motion at least every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But that's just because I have a lot of time. And but really, just take your time with them. Like, people you might be saying, "Oh, I want to get a video out soon because I haven't put out one in a while." Well, you know what? Yeah, people are, and when they see you put the video up, they're gonna be like, "Wow, this is an amazing video." I'm like, "Oh wow, this is okay, I guess." You want to return with a bang or whatever.
Yeah, I'm the worst at keeping schedules up, because I remember at one point, I think earlier this year, I wanted a video up every other Saturday, and then I tried to do that. But after the Mr. Freeze one, I was like, I can't, because I think this computer screen cracked and we had no clue what to do with it, so we couldn't edit. And I'm like, I was thankful, so that would mean I have more time to animate, more time to write scripts,
Yeah.
more time to do all this stuff and not try to follow a schedule. It's just like, I know like my friend again, Stop King, he tried to make a schedule like 4 months ahead in planning. He tried 3 stop motions a month and like a movie review, and I'm like, you're never gonna succeed.
Well, yeah, it's just everyone's different. It's different.
Yeah.
Things are gonna work for different people. It's just finding what works for you.
Yeah, and it was
really,
like,
advice I can give.
I think we had like 1 month of school where I know there was no off days, and that was February, and that was one of the months. And he's like, I'm gonna get all these out. And I'm like, February it's either 20 or 29 days. It doesn't have 30 days, and you have no days off of school. So I don't know how you're gonna get 3 stop motions up this month. Yeah. And he tried to make I remember he was like, he said he's never seen you before, because then he was like, I want to make a villains hangout series, and I'm like, but and he was like, I based off of Kesha, and I'm like, it's not based it's not based if someone's made a villains hangout series before where they all talk about movies, because you were talking about movies. And I'm like, well, Gregory Animations did that. And he was like, but I've never seen him.
I mean, he can do what he wants. I mean, it's not. I mean, even if he's talking about movie stuff, if he talks about like makes it come his own jokes and stuff, he can. it's open for interpretation, I guess.
I know, but it was like, it was very. I try to keep people from not ripping off, like from like staying away from like, because I knew he was gonna get like flack for more of the Keshin 8 because how popular Keshin 8 is. He was gonna get flack for that.
Well, I haven't got any flack for it, so you know.
Yeah, well, to be fair, yours was. I interpret yours as way different from Keshin 8 because yours only has like DC villains and it's less about how they've intertwined with the universe and Keshin 8 was more about how how something happened and they're just gonna and it's just like a film of them they're trying to like argue and resolve it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I don't know if one of my favorite videos by yours is the Friday night. I know you probably don't like it, but some of my more favorites by you are definitely the Star Wars behind the scenes one, the Deathstroke one, the conspiracy. Fantastic Four is pretty good. Those are some of the ones that I really like.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, the Star Wars behind the scenes one, I actually really admire that one just because of how you could think of what the actors could possibly be thinking in.
Oh, it had nothing to do with that. It was just a bunch of BS. It was I was treating it like basically like these people like their characters were who they really were.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was a big joke, really. Yeah. That's all it was.
And I know that another thing was was like I don't mind actually I have a little bit of like I like a lot of people's older videos just because they're interesting to watch. Like sometimes I'll watch Aubrey Studios' older videos because I've seen Aubrey Studios so many times on rerun, so sometimes I try to watch his older videos just because I watch his newer videos so much and I'm like, these aren't great, but if they entertain me, then at least I can watch them. I can't watch any old videos by me. I can watch old videos by you. I have no problem getting through videos like some of the maybe the Justice League meeting or the Mr. Freeze one or the Scarecrow and Riddler ones are pretty good.
You know, it's funny about the Riddler one. I was going to talk about it more when I do the commentary, but that is my laziest video I've ever made. Because the entire conversation between Riddler and Batman is the same animation over and over again. I just copied and pasted it.
Oh.
I just copied and pasted the same motion that I animated over and over again.
Oh, usually if I watch a usually like I don't really I try not to pay attention to that unless I'm trying to be very critical on the people who I'm watching. So like say there's some people who have like 500s, like 100 who have like the same amount of sub range as me, and I'm just like watching them and they're just like they're making like loops and they're like looping the audio and they're like doing like flashback scenes and it's like just like the same thing. And, like, half their video is just like, well, you know, you did this once, and then he just shows a flashback scene of this. I'm like, it's not very... I know I saw some great videos by people who have not that many subscribers. Like, this one guy who's very underappreciated, Brick Tavern Films, I think his name is. He has that.
I came across one of his videos once.
Yeah, he has the best animation, otherwise than like Forest Fire or Keshin, that I've ever seen. Yeah, it's Brick Tavern Films. He has some great animation, and he only has about 1,100 subs. But it takes him a hell of a long time to release a stop motion.
Have you heard of a guy named Michael Hickok's films?
Oh, yeah. Who hasn't?
I actually hadn't for a long time until recently, because I watched this video that said that top 10 most subscribed YouTube Lego stop motion animators.
Oh.
And I thought, oh, it's me, Forest Fire. That's who I thought it was. And then it said, oh, Michael Hickok's film. I was like, who the heck is that?
Oh, the video
so I looked
by
him up, and
the video by Brick Ultra.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was by Brick Ultra, and they were like top 10 most subscribed Lego stop motion channel. But when I think of Michael Hickok's, I don't really care for stop motions because I'm way more into dialogue stop motions. With like,
I think it's definitely good. I think the
know.
main reason why he has so many subscribers, other than the fact that he's good at animations, because he's consistently put out animations ever since he started. Whereas like with Forest Fire, he only puts out like 1 or 2 or 3 a year.
Yeah, one thing about Hickok's is that he uploads a lot of videos that are very like city, like a lot of it's Lego City, and Lego City is like a really popular theme for like kids, so a lot of kids watch his videos, and they're silent and their parents don't mind it.
Yeah,
so he's really big. I'm sure he's really big with little kids. His I don't care for his most recent video.
What was that?
Lego Fortnite Battle Royale.
I watched a little bit of that. I thought it was pretty funny.
I don't really. I try. Oh, that's his face. Oh my. Well, I didn't think he was pretty bald. But I don't really care. Some of the things are like I used to watch his videos all the time. Like some of the ones from a couple, like the pizza delivery series I know he made. That's a really popular. Like I remember Pizza Delivery 5 and how big of a film it was, just because there was like so many people. So that's like such a big animation. Have you ever seen that one?
I have not. I only started watching his videos recently.
Oh, well, that's one that I suggest you check out. He was making his videos on, like, a 3DS. What?
Wow, yeah.
Whoa. Then okay, so one video he makes his videos on a 3DS, the next he's making it on a DLSR. So.
That's the type of camera, that or like a Canon camera that I would like to get sometime this year.
Yeah. I used to have a really good Coolpix. It was a Nikon. It was actually a really good camera, but I don't have that one. And I use a camera that I've had for maybe 2 years, 3 years, just because I've had it. And where is it? Yeah, Lego Pizza Delivery 5. It has 37 million views. I remember it just because it's such a big video and such a large scale. I think that's it for the interview. Let me just...
No more questions?
I guess not. I don't have any more to say. I'm gonna... And my desktop actually picked up the audio this time, so...
Well, that's good. That's very good.
Well, we have 2 Batwings and there are 2 of us, so do I get to fly one?
No, of course not. I invited Dick to come along.
What?
Hey, fag.
I'm not a fag. You're a fag. Fag.